first of all, I really appreciate that you are just accept our invitation process and also you are going to college near. So let's first introduce yourself, sir.
First of all, I appreciate for your coming over here for an interview with our college. I'm Dr. Rajkumar. I'm working as a principal in Suguna College of Arts and Science. And with 35 years of experience in the academic, I have grown from an ordinary lecturer to the principal to the last level of this professional education. I have international experience plus research experience around 20 years. I have produced many research scholars in both MPhil and PhD. And as of now, I am a good academician and good administrator. I am taking up this college to the next level.
Let's go to the questions.
Fine.
Yeah, sir. So, what do you think should be a university top priority over the next 10 years?
This is not only the university. I just want to tell about our education system also in this. The majority of the graduates produced in our country today are unemployed. The students are lacking in many skills. We don't have the syllabus based on the needed skills. The industry requires something and we teach something, and this does not match between the industry and the syllabus which we teach. So this has to be overcome, first of all. Only then we can reduce this unemployment problem. There are students, I'm not blaming the whole system. A few systems has to be changed, like syllabus, the evaluation system, and the subjects, the courses which you teach for a particular degree program has to be changed. And every year, the technology or the environment is changing. Based on that, some changes has to be inculcated in the syllabus. That has to be delivered to the students. That should help him to get a good recruitment in top companies. This has to make some changes. And again, there is a big categories in colleges and universities. You know that in India has deemed university, state university or central university. And if you take colleges, there is aided college, private colleges. Like that, we have different categories of colleges and universities. This has to be brought into one picture. From that, it has to be, and a good course has to be delivered to the students. Only then this can be, this gap can be.
Yes. So let's move to the second question.
Fine.
Sir, being the principal of Suguna College, what is your philosophy of leadership? How would you describe your leadership style?
An effective leadership, first of all, is guide the people working under me. Because as a principal, I have a certain knowledge with some experience. That experience and knowledge, it should be shared to the people who are working under me, first of all. Because to overcome the fears, because the new freshers and who have recently completed, they have entered into this profession, they will have some type of fears. So that fears has to be overcome by the leader or the principal of the college. And a leader should welcome and he should be an approachable figure. Any leadership succeeds in an organization or in a college or anywhere when the workers feel comfortable when they work under any leader. Engaging team members, those who are working under me, should engage with me in many of the decision-making process. The leader alone cannot take any decisions. Sometimes it may go, many times it may go wrong, because We are sitting in the cabin and we don't know what is happening in the classroom. So the classroom management are handled by the faculties, and I should consult with the class teachers or the faculties whenever I make a major decision. Because only then the reality of the class or the ground will be known better than me by the faculties. So I used to always consult with my faculty. I used to conduct many meetings, and if collectively the decisions will be taken. And the leader should maintain a positive attitude and spread optimism in the atmosphere. Majority of the team leader should stand up in difficult situations and be willing to take the blame sometimes for some mistakes happened among the team members. So that anything goes wrong, the blame has to be taken by the principal and it has to be set right in the future. In other words, the ownership and accountability from the core of the leadership should be with the leader. So accountability, responsibility, duties, everything should be under the leader. But anything should be done with collective information and collective decision has to be taken. This is my vision.
So, third question is, the education system in India and the other foreign countries such a very different reason. In your experience, what can an inborn student gain from studying here in your Suguna college?
Actually, the Indian education system is rigid according to me. The Indian education system does not allow much flexibility in pedagogy and curriculum. In India, institutes often stress on theoretical learning, and lab-based learning is something which majority of the colleges are not willing to invest in the current scenario. Being an arts and science college, language labs, social, emotional training to the students is an essential factor. Students in our college not only concentrate on grades and marks, they are also subjected to practical understanding of courses through training and group activities. The education system in foreign countries stresses more on technological innovation and gadgets which Indian universities are slowly starting to recognize, to value. Our college has a vision to adopt new technologies which will help the future batches of the students to study arts and science courses in more interactive way. So this is the difference I find between the international educations and the Indian education system. Even though I have worked in international college in Bahrain for some years, where we followed UK system. That system says that if you are teaching a theory paper, after completing the theory paper, immediately there will be a practical session. So the learning and the practical skill both are acquired by the students immediately. Yes. But here in our system, what we do, we'll have theoretical papers in 1 week and lab some other, there will be a gap between them. So what he learns, he is not able to apply immediately in the practical system. And he forgets. And again we have to reteach them, and again we have to come back and make them to prepare for the practical. So this is the. And also I find a difference that the subject and the practicals, there is a big gap. Doesn't relevant each other. So it has to be matched accordingly. The requirements, again I said no earlier, the requirements of the industries. Industry connect should be there. So based on that, your theoretical syllabus and practical should be there. Only then the students can learn and he can succeed in his career.
Yes.
Right.
So the fourth question, so being a principal of Suguna College, how do you strategize about the key programs and plans for the marketing and the administration of the college?
The first and foremost, my work entails me to manage the routine activities such as preparation of academic schedules, allocation of staff, and allocation of syllabus, etc. But the thing is, still we are affiliated to the university. I have a condition that I have to follow only the university syllabus. If we become an autonomous college, I have a freedom to frame on my own syllabus. So at that time, I can have the privilege to adopt to the latest technologies or latest development in any sector can be adopted into my syllabus. But the university, there is an condition that every 3 years they used to revamp the syllabus. But within the 3 years, lot of things are happening in and out, so that we cannot adopt. But as a general, as a teacher, I can share that to the students, but not in the syllabus. So this is some difference between an autonomous and affiliated. At present, I am in affiliated, so I cannot adopt anything. But I will share the latest things happenings in and around. I will share with the students. But again, the system is mostly a theoretical part. They prepare only for the marks. Previously, you were asking for the Indian education system. This is another drawback we have. Here, we are preparing the students only for scoring the marks, not the skill, not the knowledge. Even from the schooling, college, only in the PhD research, they do something, they put their knowledge and they do something and they give some solution to the society. But in all the schooling and higher education, we don't have that much of flexibility to the students to gain the knowledge. The learning process is very less. They are prepared only for the scoring the marks. Even now, when you call after completing a graduate, if you call a student, the first question the society or the public will ask, what is your percentage? Are we asking, what do you know about this? What do you know about that? We are not asking that. What is your percentage? Are you in first class, second class, or third class? So only these questions we are posting onto the student. So they are also saying that, oh before completing I have to score first class, second class. So they concentrate only for the marks. They are not much to the skill oriented. This happens. See, my mission is to develop the latest infrastructure to my students, those who are studying in my college, and continue to strive to bring inclusive education to all the rural students and urban students. There is a difference in rural students and urban. The facilities which they get in urban, they are not getting in rural. There is also a gap between Indian education system, one of the failure because of this. The students who are in rural, they are not able to access. Even now, they are struggling the students to get some internet also. After developing this much of latest technology, there are some villages or very poor background students are there. Still, they are not able to access it. But when he comes to the urban, he gets all the facilities. The learning environment is more comfortable for the urban students. That has to be also to be improved, in my opinion.
So let's move on to the final question, sir. So how does the curriculum of Suguna College ensure the practice of this?
See, again, earlier I said, no, we are affiliated college. We have certain constraints that whatever the university gives the syllabus, that we deliver to the students to the maximum possible. Apart from syllabus also, we used to teach out of box, we used to say. This is mainly because to have a more knowledge for the students has to be delivered by the teacher. I used to see my teachers should teach, apart after completing the syllabus also, they have to teach something related to the subject or something related to the technology, latest information, the things happenings in our country, that has to be shared to the students. So that we are doing. Once if we become the autonomous, we will have the privilege, as I said earlier, we have the privilege to update our syllabus every year. So they will be up to date, so updated their knowledge, they will be ready to sell in the market. So that type of things has to be brought only if we become the autonomous. Now this new NEP says all that flexibilities are there. We don't know how far we are going to implement and how far we are going to be successful in that. So all this what I have said has been given in this new NEP. That NEP has to be implemented so that it will have some flexible learning. The students will be knowledgeable and they can be recruited as per the requirement of the industries. So for all these things, we should have a good infrastructure, learning environment, and all the technology has to be given to the students. So they have to utilize all the learning possibilities so that to gain the maximum knowledge that will develop. After developing, they will get a good career opportunity in the future.
So, thank you, sir, for sharing. It's a lot of treasure of information you have shared to us, like about the today's society, how it's going on with the education and the systems, and your future goals and aims. How you going on with the Suguna College is going to be in it's a best of information, sir.
Right.
So, thank you for sharing it.
Thank you all, and once again, all which I have said is my personal opinion and personal suggestions. If you think it is right, we can suggest to the Ministry of Education or whoever the authority looking after this education has to revamp. At least in near future, we have to compete with the foreign countries. And I've heard that foreign universities are going to come into India very soon. So we, the universities, colleges, have to compete with them. So we have to prepare ourselves so that we'll have a healthy competition. And we should prove that our system is also one of the best systems, and we have to show to them. So this is my vision. So we will all work together and we'll make the education system one of the biggest success for our students and make India as a free unemployment. Right. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.